Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked...
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went...
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he...
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Why? I haven't...
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on...
He just hangs around here or there. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as...
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a...
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend...
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than... Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then not...
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well, in spite of...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few times. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking. And then when we left, him and I, well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe...
Did you report this to the...
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what the captain... No, not telling him that.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you, the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure.
Do you know what was on his...
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a... Did anyone else see the kidnapper?
There was still a small crowd. I seem to recall that regular being there. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be. Now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
Thank you, Laura. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you are about to discover could save your life. Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle. Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for a Naut, a young cabin boy who's been missing.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to...
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken.
A kidnapping. In my... I would have noticed.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big guy.
I see. An able-bodied man.
Where might I find him?
Here? He would never... Anything else?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last...
There was indeed a party here.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern...
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, hair down to his neck, light brown...
I don't believe it. I hope you've come to reimburse me. A good half of my furniture was broken.
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it...
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was
He seemed rather nervous, as if... And he must have been right to be.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in. With a band. The kind of men you can round up for a... They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out, and I think I might well have seen those same men grab... I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilt...
No, sir. You are in luck. It was Sir Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal.
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child? Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Well then, were you able to...
No.
In that case...
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. On his books, mate. Your cousin is either a very bad joker,
Or a right good dangerous fellows. They've
What kind of business?
several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. In any case, if you were set on recovering your
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not the Malicor and the neighbouring wall. The epidemic still rages, but now that we have a city there, quite a few...
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. People stopped going out of their homes. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the people are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving. I also lost quite a few, but that's nothing new to you. The city...
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about...
Right. Even stories they say that man-trees live there. Treasure abounds under every rock. Last night, some naughts even told me. Ah, but you know the kind.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
You had any idea who I am? Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
Greenblood, do you need...
I must leave you. It's not possible just now.
have some point. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate me.
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it would seem that he is in...
That very well could be. We have had a guest.
That would fit the bill. I have no idea how...
Being born into silk sheets doesn't give him the right to...
We know this sort only too, but they're always a lot friendlier every...
That's right. But lessons have a...
That drunkard is the only son of Prince d'Orsay. I'm sure you know the punishment reserved for those...
Shit! You are absolutely...
Shut your trap, imbecile. Listen, we didn't know who...
That's what I had assumed.
Here, take the key to his cell and...
Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
Sorry, Constantine, but we drove a hard bargain to get you out of their grasp. I don't intend to...
Bargain? Don't tell me that you paid them a ransom. Oh well. What is done is done. A mighty vessel awaits us. And a tremendous adventure.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here. But perhaps...
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he had an...
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to... He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that and that his men escorted him from the tavern using...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And...
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband... A gesture that your drunkards...
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken...
It is what they do. Through pacts and...
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation. This horrible, constant ransoming. You will have no trouble verifying the detail.
Where might I find...
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from...
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Don't you worry now, you'll get your merchandise. Don't you worry now, you'll get your merchandise.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a...
Your Highness, I'm happy you're absent.
Come now, Sir de Corsilio. My father may have been angry, outraged, or... I am sad to have caused you to believe that I was rotting away, though still seeing double from last... Ta-da! My dear cousin!
You might have refrained from the company of...
Take away the risk, and...
I fear that some... But you wanted to ask me something.
What will be your official title on Teofredi? Or are you just...
Come now, don't be ridiculous. But His Highness has also... I am therefore required to take... But also obtain as much knowledge. Your help will be extremely...
It's always a privilege. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before...
Sir?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. Are you ready to leave?
Not quite. I still have a few errands to run.
I'm still without news of my cabin.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are
Thanks to your
our as for your others, it's how the guild...
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted.
A contract? But what kind of
A
contract?
commercial contract. In exchange for service. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before their... I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen it, and ever since, he's been a naught. Our ships are his home.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
How I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Yes? Well, how...
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family, she told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on... She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do... Since time immemorial, there's children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the... But certain contracts are so important that they all... From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle...
No. That pact ended, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it. What counts most is that breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us. Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite...
If you would be so courteous, I would like...
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away...
That is not true.
Enough! With every word you...
Prison.
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, in the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that put...
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking... Oh, we didn't kidnap our own son. He's in our warehouse. Near the Coin Guard Plaza. Next, I am certain that once you have heard his account...
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy. careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin? Yeah!
Sir de Sardet, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I had? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help.
It is...
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract...
The Prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my...
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your...
You wouldn't dare.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and...
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to...
Were you able to convince my...
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so...
You don't seem to be all that close to...
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my...
Yes. You should still go and say...
Sir, are you ready to leave?
Not quite. I still have a...
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship.
You do? It's a rather sad affair.
All we can do is plot a course. No one... I do thank you. Your actions bring you...
Be back soon, Captain.
Wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
fine, blood. Do you need some?
I must leave you.
To my help, and death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.